How long does it take to charge a Galaxy S24 Ultra? Well, that depends on a lot of factors. Want to find out more? Well, keep watching. Hi, I'm MICHAELJOSH, your gadget matchmaker, and over the last decade, I've made it my job to show people around the world that tech can be easy, fun, and exciting. On this channel, I give you special access to the products I review, the events I attend, and all the interesting people I get to meet along the way. So, if charge tests excite you, give this channel a like and subscribe, and I'll help you find the right gadget to match your needs. This is our Galaxy S24 series charge test. Later in this video, I'll be sharing the results of our charge test, but don't skip this chapter because coming up are essential things that you need to know to achieve super fast charging on the Galaxy S24 series. By the way, this video doesn't cover the Galaxy S24, which only supports 25-watt charging. Only the Galaxy S24 Plus and S24 Ultra offer Samsung's faster 45-watt charging. And in case you're wondering, 45 watts is middle of the pack based on what's offered globally. The fastest charging phone currently being sold is Realme's GT Neo 5, which charges at an insane 240 watts. Here in the US, the new OnePlus 12 can go up to 80 watts, and the iPhone 15 series charges at around 30 watts. Now, just because a phone supports super fast charging doesn't mean you'll get it automatically. You'll need the correct charger and cable, and that's where it can get a little bit complicated. Where the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra are concerned, Samsung does not include a charger in the box. And the bundled cable is not what you need. So how do you make sure you get the right ones? Let me help you. First, let's look for a charger. Anything that says 45 watts or higher will work. And because I live the multi-device lifestyle, one charger with just one port will not do. It's a waste of space. I use something like this from this video's sponsor, Ugreen. It's a 65-watt charger with 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. It can fast charge my S24 Ultra and still also charge my MacBook Air at the same time. Next, we'll need a specific cable, a 5A or 100-watt cable to be exact. If you're searching on Amazon, the name or description will usually say 100 watts. Notice here on this listing for a 2-pack from Ugreen, this is $15.99. Another way to find out is if you look closely, you'll see 5A embossed right here on the top of the cable. Now that you have the right charger and cable, all you have to do is plug it in. If your S24 Plus or S24 Ultra are fast charging, you'll see the text Super Fast Charging 2.0 flash on your screen. One last thing, you can go into Settings, Battery Charging Settings, and make sure fast charging is turned on, but it should be turned on by default. Earlier, I was adamant that one charger with just one port was no fun, and you might be wondering why, so let me use this video's sponsor, Ugreen, to explain. This is a 140-watt charger that came with my 16-inch MacBook Pro. Now here's a 160-watt Ugreen Nexode Pro charger. What do you notice? First, the Ugreen charger offers more wattage. Second, it's smaller. And third, it has more ports. 4 versus 1. Translation? It meets the needs of more power-hungry devices, takes up less space when I pack for a trip, and finally, lets you charge more devices at the same time. The secret to why these Ugreen Nexode Pro chargers are smaller is Air Pyrotech, which is a new way of smartly stacking parts. The latest GaN Infinity chips, which is the next-gen gallium nitride technology, and finally, Ugreen's built-in thermal guard. So overheating never becomes a problem. This 160-watt model can charge a MacBook Pro, your Galaxy S24 Ultra, an iPhone, and AirPods all at the same time. If you want something even smaller, try this 100-watt model, which is half the size. A single USB-C port can get a 14-inch MacBook Pro from 0 to 50% in just 27 minutes. For travel, though, I've been using these two 65-watt chargers. They both offer 65 watts of power and have 3 ports, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A. This one in particular is my favorite. It's ultra slim, which makes it perfect for a pouch like this one. You saw it here first. I love that Ugreen has 4 different models for your different needs. If you use our links, you can get 15% off your order, so make sure to check out all the links in the description box below. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of our charging test, it's worth pointing out that charging speeds between the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra will differ slightly because both phones have different battery capacities. The S24 Ultra got a pretty decent battery bump this year and now has a 4,900 milliamp hour battery, while the S24 Ultra's is the same as last year, a very respectable 5,000 milliamp hours. Okay, so it's finally time to dive into those charge tests. Let's start with wired charging. For this test, I use a 100-watt Nexode Pro and a 5A cable, both from Ugreen. Even if my charger says 100 watts, the phone will only charge up to 45 watts, and it will not take more power than it needs. In fact, it actually never really hits 45 watts. Fun fact, I've been doing these tests for 3 years now, and the Galaxy S24 Ultra, like its predecessors, charges the same exact way. Here's an animation from my S22 Ultra charge test video. Using a charge meter, I found that after a trickle start, it maxes out at 37 watts, charging for about 2 minutes from 2 to 4%. Then it goes down to 27 for most of the charge cycle, from 5% to 60%. Then it slows down to 19 watts from 61 to 99%. And finally, from 99 to full, it hovers around 7 watts. So technically, you're never really getting 45-watt charging, more like 27 watts. Okay, finally, here are the results. After 10 minutes from 0, the S24 Plus got to 28%, while the S24 Ultra had a slower start and got to just 20%. After 20 minutes, the S24 Plus was more than half full, while the S24 Ultra was exactly 50% charged. Both phones were pretty much done in 1 hour, with the S24 Plus finishing in 59 minutes and the S24 Ultra finishing in 62. For context, a Realme GT Neo 5 gets to 100% in like 10 minutes, and a full charge on the new OnePlus 12 takes a little over 30. For those of you who are curious how big of a difference that 5A cable makes, I did another test using the bundled cable, or the cable that comes in the box. It actually started pretty even at 20%, but got incrementally slower after 20 and 30 minutes, with about 12% less charge on the bundled cable, finishing its charge at 16 minutes slower at 1 hour and 18 minutes. Now let's move on to wireless charging. Both the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra support 15-watt fast charging. And for this test, I used this 15-watt Samsung wireless charger with the same Ugreen charger and cable. Wireless charging is one area where I wish speeds were much better. Both phones got off to a crawling start, and after 30 minutes, we're at 27 and 24% respectively. After an hour, both phones were about halfway done. A full charge took 2 hours and 9 minutes and 2 hours and 26 minutes respectively. Take it from me, if you're in need of a quick top-up, skip wireless charging, go straight for a cable. I think in most cases, these slower speeds are fine if this is, say, the way you prefer to charge while you sleep. But it's definitely an area where Samsung can improve. For example, OnePlus offers 50-watt wireless charging on the new OnePlus 12, where a full charge takes less than an hour wirelessly. More importantly, the new Qi 2 standard was recently introduced, adapting MagSafe-like magnets that will ensure proper alignment when charging. Qi 2 is still not available on the S24 series. So what are our takeaways from this video? Despite its name, super fast charging on the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra is not super fast. And despite the 45-watt charging claims, our tests reveal it's more like 27 watts. That said, a full charge in about an hour is very respectable, as long as you purchase the right charger and cable separately. In the Samsung world, wired charging speeds have not improved over the last few years, and they have yet to adopt the new Qi 2 wireless charging standard, meaning all is well in the world, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. And that was another year of our Samsung Galaxy S Series charge test. If you'd like to see this video applied to other phones, let me know in the comments section below. If you aren't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we upload. For all the behind the scenes fun stuff, follow me on social media, and for news and updates, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.